Hello and welcome to another episode of Kia Electric News, your weekly roundup of EV news from Kia, Hyundai and Genesis. As some of you may have already know, my hernia operation is due to happen next Wednesday. If it goes ahead this time, then there will be no Kia Electric News on Sunday the 26th of October. I've already prepared an episode in its place. Keep an eye out on my channel updates for news of what's happening with my operation. I've already had the 96-hour call to see if I'm still coming, which is further than I got last time. In case you missed them, this week I did two episodes. The first was on how to reset the Kia EV3 Tyre pressure warning message after the recent autumnal cold snap. The second was on my quick walk around review of the Kia PV5 cargo van. I'll start the week with the Kia EV2. Inside EVs reports that Kia plans to make cheap EVs profitable through volume. According to a new report from Automotive News Europe, Kia is planning to crank out a combined 200,000 units of its upcoming EV2 and EV4 models. 100,000 of each annually, beginning in 2027. The idea is to make its EVs both affordable and profitable, and that last part is something that Kia takes very seriously when it comes to lower priced cars. Kia plans to increase its battery electric vehicle production in Europe nearly threefold within the next 2 years, the automaker top executive said. The average annual production of the upcoming EV2 is expected to reach around 100,000 units at Zelina plant in Slovakia in 2027. Kia President and CEO Ho Sung Song told Automotive News Europe on October the 1st. He added that Kia plans to scale up EV4 production at the Zelina plant to more than 80,000 vehicles a year by 2027. With additional output from Korea, the EV4's combined global production is expected to reach approximately 100,000 units, he said. Kia is expected to begin production of the EV2 early next year. The tiny EV is poised to be the brand's cheapest electric car, yet expected to slot in its lineup at around $35,000. In order to get it that cheap and also not lose money, the brand's only option is to build it in volume. Song said that by producing 100,000 units of both the EV2 and EV4, Kia would achieve a high enough volume for suppliers and make the models profitable. Now that price has gone up since last week, I'm sure. It was $26,000 last week. News website Green Cars reports that Kia EV3 has broken sales records and is set for US arrival in 2026. It says the big news for Kia is that so far the EV3 has sold over 75,000 units worldwide and it hasn't even appeared in America yet. But it will hit our shores in 2026 with an estimated MSRP at around $35,000. I've not seen any official confirmation that it's coming to America yet, but it will be really good news if it does. On the subject of the Kia EV4 Hatchback test drives, I've received an email offering booking for EV4 Hatchback test drives from Kia UK, but the web page has an error at the end before you can submit. At the time of writing on Friday lunchtime, my local dealer has not registered the 2 EV4 hatchbacks that it's got, so maybe test drives will start next week after all. Who knows? This week Kia UK put out a fresh Kia EV5 press release to coincide with the release of test drive videos from Everything Electric and Electrifying YouTube channels. The press release reveals a few new things I've not covered before. It's now official that it will deliver a maximum WLTP range of up to 329 miles on a single charge. A free zone climate control system with an odour reducing afterblow function ensures a pleasant environment for all passengers, allowing even second row occupants to adjust and enjoy personalised temperature settings. When not in use, the second row seats can be folded nearly flat to 0 degrees, seamlessly connecting with the luggage area to create a continuous versatile floor. Ideal for everyday needs, outdoor activities or even overnight stays. Adding to the sensory experience, Kia Sound 2.0 or Bold Motion Symphony defines Kia's distinctive and future-orientated sound identity, providing customers with a consistent and harmonious acoustic environment that complements the brand's unique exterior design and underscores its vision for future mobility. I've no idea what this is. Further enhancing everyday convenience, the EV5 introduces Pet Mode, which maintains an optimum interior temperature to ensure a comfortable pet-friendly environment. This feature reflects Kia's commitment to offering thoughtful, family-friendly innovations that provide both convenience and peace of mind. There is also a note at the foot of the press release, in the UK version anyway, explaining that Pet Mode is not yet confirmed for the UK market, but the EU press release seems to think it's coming to the EU since there is no such note on the EU version of the press release. Global rollout of the Kia EV5 will begin in the second half of 2025, starting in Korea and Europe, with sales in Canada to follow in early 2026. either kind of November they'll start showing up. Links to the press release and videos can be found in the video description. This week Kia Korea put out a new how-to video on the Kia EV5 head-up display. I've transcribed it into English. Checking the speedometer, road information or navigation system while driving takes your eyes off the road. Head-up display projects key driving information onto the windshield directly in your line of sight so you can stay focused on the road. It displays curved roads, lane markings and surrounding vehicles, all in realistic detail. The HUD can be set in the infotainment system. You can adjust the display angle, position and brightness, and select what information to display. Drive safely and stay focused on the road with a HUD. Following on from last week's big story about the Kia EV6 Meridian subwoofer being wired up backwards, technically Jeff has put out a follow-up video with some tips for those having difficulties and those that didn't notice a difference. A link to this video is above. Today Kia Korea put out a PV5 parking function video, and this is a transcribed version. You can make parking a breeze with the vehicle parking functions. In tight parking lots, try using the surround view monitor. Shift to reverse to activate surround view monitor, or press the parking view button from another gear to activate it. When you're in reverse, use the rear view switching button on the screen to check different rear facing angles. In other gears, use the front and rear view switching buttons to see your full surroundings. Reverse parking collision avoidance assist helps prevent accidents when reversing. Press and hold the parking safety button to turn PCA on or off. When an object or pedestrian is detected while reversing, you'll receive a warning and the brakes will be applied if necessary to prevent a collision. If judging distances feels tricky, when parking, try using parking distance warning. PDW turns on automatically when you shift into reverse. If you shift from reverse to drive and your speed is under 10 km per hour, pressing the parking safety button will activate the front-facing parking distance warning. It detects nearby objects and pedestrians and gives 3 distance-based warning levels. Using these parking assist features in real time will help you monitor your surroundings and park more safely. Korea Times reports that 3 car makers are to recall over 42,000 vehicles due to faulty parts. The recalls were issued due to several defects, including a faulty charging door in the Hyundai Motors Ioniq 6 model. That's all the details I have. Beijing Hyundai has officially announced that the Elexio will begin pre-sales and production on October the 16th, which they announced a few days ago. And thanks to our colleagues at ShortsCar, we can have a closer look into the real deal. So what do you think? The Elexio is built on Hyundai's EGMP global pure electric platform and delivers a maximum CLTC rated range of 722 kilometers. All variants are equipped with lithium iron phosphate batteries, or LFPs, supplied by BYD, providing a balance of safety, stability and cost efficiency. The Elexio will be available in 5 range configurations: 518 km, 540 km, 590 km, 692 km and 722 km. Battery capacity options include a 64.3 kWh battery and an 88.1 kWh battery, both using LFP chemistry. According to official data, fast charging from 30% to 80% takes only 27 minutes, while the long-range version supports 11 kilowatts, 3-phase slow charging, and vehicle-to-load external power output, allowing the vehicle to power camping equipment and small devices. Buyers can choose between 2 or 4-wheel drive variants. 2-wheel drive version is powered by a single 160 kilowatt motor. The 4-wheel drive version features dual motors, 160 kilowatt front and 73 kilowatt rear. The rear motor serves mainly as an assistive drive unit rather than the performance booster, optimizing efficiency over raw acceleration. Whilst the eGMP platform supports 800 volt ultra-fast charging architecture, Hyundai has not yet confirmed whether the Elexio will utilise this system. Well, I noticed on the front that it has the charging port in the same place on the wing as the EV3, EV4 and EV5, and judging by the charging speed, this can only be 400 volts. It's blooming obvious, really. Korea Economic Daily reports that CATL chief is to meet Hyundai Motor head CEOs of Korean rivals and battery materials firms. Robin Zeng, founder and chairman of Chinese battery manufacturer Contemporary Amperex Technology Co., or CATL, is expected to discuss partnership with Hyundai Motor Group, rival Korean battery makers and suppliers of secondary battery materials and equipment during his visit to South Korea later this month, according to industry sources. Zeng is set to make his first official trip to the neighbouring country in nearly 3 years, accompanying Chinese President Xi to attend the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC summit, to be held in Korea later in October. During his 3-day visit, he will meet with Chung Yu-sin, chairman of Hyundai Motor Group, one of its key customers, and is expected to deepen their partnership as both grapple with hefty tariffs from the US. CATL has already supplied lithium iron phosphate batteries for Hyundai Motor Kona and Kia's Niro and Ray electric vehicles. Kia's EV5 also runs on CATL's NCM batteries, a segment previously considered South Korea's stronghold. For Hyundai, which also encompasses Kia, CATL is seen as an attractive partner in terms of local sourcing efficiency and cost reduction. CATL's batteries are about 10 to 20% cheaper than those produced in Korea. With CATL building large-scale production facilities in Hungary and other parts of Europe, it is well positioned to supply batteries for vehicles manufactured at Hyundai's European plants. On 10th of October 2025, Genesis announced the opening of Genesis Design California, a state-of-the-art design facility located in El Segundo, California. This new dedicated design studio furthers the design capabilities in the region and reaffirms its strategy of designing cars that meet the tastes and trends of North American consumers. It's another significant milestone for the growth of the brand, which is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. The studio will drive a wide spectrum of creative work from production and advanced automotive projects to explorations in air mobility, robotics and cutting-edge CMF trend research. The team will also develop virtual imagery and films to support product storytelling, reinforcing Genesis' vision of design as a multidisciplinary practice that extends beyond the traditional automotive landscape. The space is designed to place visitors in a meditative state of mind distinct from the outside world. The restrained yet warm aesthetic of Genesis Design California promotes a sense of calm and focus, expressing a reverence for design to reflect the values of Genesis brand. This week, Genesis USA also released this new video short, What Happens in Genesis Design Studio. Step inside the milling room at Genesis Design California to see one of the key steps that helps bring a Genesis vehicle to life. Welcome to our Gen Solving Studio. The clay modelling room is pretty magical because a lot of times when you're working digitally and coming up with your ideas through sketching and then building the data, it only becomes real when you go into that room and see the actual model. And the beauty of this is in 2 to 3 days we can mill out a full-size car. One of the reasons we have the catwalk is it allows us to analyse the car in as many viewpoints as possible. Just like our vehicles, no detail of the space was overlooked. And finally, Hyundai N Worldwide has put out another video explaining the technology that's in the Ioniq 5N. This time it's all about the N Active sound and the NE shift system. N Active Sound Plus is a virtual sound system designed to provide accurate driving feedback for an immersive driving experience. With an NE shift, the system allows you to simulate the shifting feel of an internal combustion engine car with an 8-speed DCT. This is achieved by simulating engine torque in 8 individual gears, accompanied by momentary torque cuts from the motors. The vehicle control unit transmits vehicle data to the acoustic design processor based on this data. The acoustic design processor generates various types of sounds by adjusting pitch and intensity using 10 speakers. There are 3 sound modes, each with unique effects that activate in special situations. In ignition, exhaust burbles play through the rear speakers. In evolution, speaker balance shifts with lateral Gs. And jet-like boom sounds in supersonic during NE shift upshifts. All sound modes are optional and can be turned off for smooth silent driving. This feedback allows driving enthusiasts to enjoy the electric performance in a driving style that is instinctive to drivers, with every corner corresponding to an ideal gear. Set N Active Sound Plus to match your driving mood and go out and have fun. Anyway, that's all for this week. As usual, links to all source stories and videos can be found in the show notes in the video description. Thanks for all the comments and likes, and welcome new subscribers. Welcome to rejoining channel members John Street and Tolga Urson. Enormous thanks again to my channel members for your invaluable financial support. If you support this channel and become a channel member for just £1.49 a month, you get advert-free early access to my videos and also video exclusives. You can also support this channel by using my Octopus and Electroverse referral codes in the UK, which are in the video description. We can share £100 if you use my Octopus code, or £10 if you use my Electroverse code. You can also support this channel for free by just clicking subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. See you soon.